Guys, the UK government has given us more clarity on dependents that can remain after March 11th, 2024. A lot of us have burning questions that we needed answers to. We were like, oh my God. So, what happens to dependents here? What happens to children of dependents here? What if I'm a skilled worker? Does this affect me? Don't worry yourself. We are going to be going to the ukgovwebsite.com and we're going to be reading it for ourselves. They've given lots of examples, they've given lots of clarity. Trust me, guys, after this video, it's going to be crystal clear on what they are saying. Now, guys, without wasting any of your time at all, let's get to the details for today.
Ryan Little.
Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Violet Okolocha. I'm a registered nurse. I live and I practice as a nurse in the UK. Now guys, do me a favor, like this video right now so you don't forget. Share this video with as many that will benefit from it, and of course don't forget to subscribe. Now let's read from the UK Gov website for ourselves. I'll try to drop the link in the description box just so you could read for yourself. That's if I remember. But if I don't, I'll also be sharing it here on the screen so that you can read for yourself. They've given lots of examples. I will not read all, guys. If I read all, this video will just be too lengthy and we may not like it, okay? So I'm just going to pick the nitty-gritty, what I know we want to know, because lots of people have sent me emails. Nurse V, I'm a nurse. Can I bring in my dependents? I'm on skilled worker visa. What will happen to me now? You know, lots of questions, but this video is going to answer all your questions. By the way, like this video so you don't forget. All right, now here is the first example the UK government is giving to us. Migrant A has been sponsored as a care worker with their partner and child since 10th of January 2022. Their dependents can continue to apply as such. We all know the people affected. Not all care workers are affected. People affected are senior carers and junior carers. Precisely code 6145 and code 6146. Those are the people affected. Every other persons are not affected. If you work with the NHS, you are not affected. If you work with the NHS, you are not affected. And that's why I keep saying ever since everyone begin to look for a job with the NHS. Because if you get a job with the NHS, you can still come with your dependents even as a band 3. Now, the first one reads, I told you they gave series of examples. Migrant A has been sponsored as a care worker with their partner and child since 10th of January 2022. Their dependents can continue to apply as such. So meaning if you apply as a carer or you got a care worker visa before March 11th, 2024, you and your dependents can continually remain in UK. You can bring in your dependents anytime you like. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't concern you. Are we cleared on that? Now look at example 2. Migrant B has been sponsored as a care worker since 25th November 2023, but has not applied for a partner or our children. They can make application for their dependents to join them at any time during their period of leave. So what that means again is if you are in the United Kingdom on code 6145, on code 6146, either the senior carer or the junior carer, and your dependents have not yet joined you, and you got your care worker visa before March 11, 2024, what they are saying here is that you can apply for your dependents, your husband, your wife, your children to come join you. Guys, are we cleared on that? And that's why I said after this video, you're just gonna get the clarity that you truly deserve. So if you've not liked this video, all right, so make sure you like it. All right, now let's see the next one, guys. Migrant C. Migrant C has been sponsored as a nursing auxiliary since 10th July 2023, but switches to being a senior care worker with an application made on 15th of March 2024. Their dependents will not be allowed to make application in connection with their leave as a senior care worker. Did you see that now? This migrant C has been working as a nursing auxiliary. She has her dependents with her. She's already in the UK. But for one reason or the other, she probably say, oh, I think I should become a senior carer, or I think I should become a junior carer now. You understand? And she gets the job as a senior carer, gets a sponsorship as a senior carer or as a junior carer on the 15th of March 2024. They are saying even though our dependents are already in the UK, they are not allowed to make application with her, meaning they have to leave. So after March 11th, 2024, my lovely YouTube family, you are no longer allowed as a carer. We're not talking about nurses here. We're not talking about doctors here. We're not talking about radiographers here. We're not talking about occupational therapists here. We are talking about the senior carer and the junior carer, precisely code 6145 and code 6146. So any application made after 11th of March 2024, whether you are in the UK or you are just coming into the UK, you are not allowed to continue with your dependents as a carer. I don't know if you understand, guys. If you don't understand, your best bet will be, but I think it's simple, honestly. I think you do understand that even though you are in the UK on another visa at all, but you now say now you want to be a care worker, a senior carer or a junior carer with this code 6145 or this code 6146, and you change to this carer job and you are already on another visa, your family, your husband, your dependent cannot continue with you. That is the new rule, guys. It is now crystal clear. We all know that they are trying to cut net migration at all costs. It's so sad to see that, oh my God, I'll be living, if I become a carer now, I'll be doing this job without my family here to support me. It's so sad. But then again, I always say this, it is their country. They should do whatever suits them. They should do whatever pleases them. It's their country. They have the right to do whatever pleases them. So we as migrants in this country, all we have to do is to watch them and keep praying. We don't have a choice regarding their decision, do we? I don't think we do. But it is what it is. So if you're not happy with that decision, then you wouldn't want to make a switch, even if you're already in the UK. Is that clear? The UK is a country that they keep changing decision, keep making decision, 1 minute, blah, blah, blah. But it is what it is, okay? Again, I don't want this video to be too long, so let's go on. All right, so I think we have dealt with migrant C. So now let's look at migrant D. Now, migrant D has been a student since 1st September 2021, then switches to being a care worker having completed their course with an application made on the 1st of April 2024. Their dependents will not be allowed to make application in connection with their leave as a care worker. Did you see now? Migrant D, a student who has been a student since 1st of September 2021. Then this student now decides to switch to being a care worker on 1st of April 2024. They say their dependents are no longer allowed to make visa application in connection with their leave as a care worker. So meaning whether you are in the UK and you are switching from another visa to care worker visa, you are not allowed to switch with your family. If you do the visa with your family, they would deny your family the visa because they have said it. I know it is becoming crystal clear. Now, migrants E has been sponsored as a care worker since 1st of June 2023, but switches to being a senior carer with an application made on 25th March 2024. Their dependents can make an application. Did you see that now? Because my grantee has been a care worker since June 2024. So they've been a care worker, but they just decide to switch now. They have been like a junior care worker to a senior care worker. Even if they do their visa application April 2024, they can remain with their dependent, because on their job code, it is still showing that they are care worker, because they were a care worker, but now they switch to a senior care worker. So it's the same thing. They can continue with their dependents. Do we understand? And finally, migrant F. Migrant F switches from being the dependent partner of a student. Migrant F now switches from being the dependent of, I'll read that again. Migrant F switches from being the dependent partner of a student to being a senior care worker with an application made on 10th of March 2024. Their partner can apply as their dependent subject to course completion. Did you see that now? A dependent partner of a student came here to study, but the dependent of that student now decided to become a senior care worker with an application made on 10th of March 2024. And you know this rule came in on 11th of March. They say their partner can apply as their dependent subject to course completion. So any application made after 11th of March 2024 as a care worker, precisely code 6145 and code 6146, you are not allowed to continue. If you already have a previous visa, you are switching to a care worker visa, you are not allowed to continue with your spouse and with your children. If you don't already have a previous visa and you are just making your application fresh, you are not allowed to bring in your husband, your wife, or your children. Don't worry, guys. All you need to do is to subscribe to this channel. There are other routes through which you can come in, okay? There are other routes through which you can come in and come along with your dependent. Trust me. Nurses are still allowed to bring in their dependent, doctors are still allowed to bring in their dependents, radiographers, blah blah blah, the rest are still allowed. So we'll look for such routes that suits you, that you fit into, that you can still be allowed to bring in your dependent. Like I said, if you get a job with the NHS as a band 3 and they are willing to sponsor you, you can bring in your dependents. NHS staff are not affected by all of this because there have been panic. Lots of people have sent me mail. You are not affected if you work with the NHS. If you are a nurse, you are not affected. If you're a doctor, radiographers, and such like that, you're not affected. Like I said, the only people affected are the 6145 code and 6146 code, the care worker visa, precisely the care workers. Now guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure having you on this channel. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and of course don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in another of my juicy videos. Bye guys.